gas sector primarily.
Okay.
We manufacture a lot of equipment that is used in both industrial environments and in oil field that supports both upstream and downstream production of oil and refineries, et cetera. Well, the primary challenges were that as you grow a company, you start outstripping the ability of the internal IT team to support the growth of the strategic plan. And there was a fair amount of tech debt at the company, so investments had not been made in previous years that should have been made. So really what they needed to do was come up with a holistic plan to improve the IT footprint and resiliency, the cyber resiliency of the company, but also doing it in a smart way where the investments that they were making had a real return for the money that they were spending. There was definitely an initiative to say, how do we right-size the IT spend to what, the growth of the company and the direction of the company. A lot of managed service providers sort of have a box, right? And they say, okay, this is how we provide services to you. You either fit in this box or you don't fit in this box.
Right.
And when you're in an environment where it's very fluid, as private equity is a very fluid environment, what you need from a partner changes very rapidly. And so you have to be with a company that is going to pivot with you, as your priorities and your needs change over time. AMSYS has been right along with us every step of the way as priorities in the business have changed, as new challenges have arose, as we've changed course in strategic plan from time to time. They've been a true partner in terms of working with us to deliver the value that we need out of that relationship. Most of the companies that we interviewed in the process of trying to find a partner were not agreeable to taking our internal staff and having them become part of the service provider company. The very first thing that we executed on is a strategy to go fully to the cloud environment.
Okay.
So we had been operating a lot of our systems on-premise, on hardware that was aging, on software systems that were aging, that we were going to see a significant capital investment in order to bring those up to code, so to speak, right? And so one of the first things that we really worked with AMSYS to do was to start transferring all of that into a private cloud environment that allowed us to actually greatly reduce the future cost of IT as we move forward. We were operating out of a data center in Dallas that we were internally managing, and so being able to forklift, move that over to AMSYS, which, by the way, that process was phenomenal. There wasn't any loss of service that we experienced. We had a planned downtime window, and everything was executed exactly within that window and brought back up, and the users had no disruption of service whatsoever. We've actually been able to leverage many of the tools that AMSYS brings to the table. So we had some of our own stuff.
Right.
And obviously, the type of partnerships that AMSYS has in the world, you can get much better tools for a much lower cost.
Like licenses, for instance?
Absolutely, yeah. Licensing on all kinds of things, some cybersecurity tools, Office 365, et cetera. There's been a lot of direct cost savings that we've realized by utilizing the purchasing power that AMSYS has in order for us to not only improve the environment, but also reduce the cost. When you have brought a company into your portfolio, now you have exposed that company to risk, because there's a lot of people in this world who want to attack companies, the cybersecurity threats. They may have been on no one's radar screen before a PE firm acquired them. But then once they do, obviously, that's a big exposure. So really protecting the assets of the company, its ability to operate, its intellectual property, all those things are very important to the shareholders. So being able to come in and put in the right systems, the right people, the right processes around the company to not only support it and help it to grow, but also to defend it is extremely important, and one of the first things that private equity firms actually look at when they acquire a business. The whole goal always is we want to support the business, we want to grow the business, we want to leverage the capability of the business. You know, IT is a lever that, you know, PE firms use in order to speed up the growth and speed up the revenue generation of the companies that they're acquiring. Technology is a moving target, and your competition is looking at how to gain an advantage all the time. And so if you're not keeping up with that, then you're just falling behind. So there's a lot of companies that, because their competitors have put the right technology, the right processes in place so that the people within their organization can grow and prosper, that definitely produces a competitive advantage. So, you know, having a partnership with companies like AMSYS who can keep you on the cutting edge of the, you know, the technology that you need in order to achieve your goals, that's really important.